Welcome to Alone Together Baking, where we bake together alone. I'm Sky, and I've dedicated ATB to doing simple recipes that look and taste impressive. Now, today's recipe is simple, but it does take time and some special equipment. But it is so amazing, I just have to share it with you. In Japan, we call it Shokupan, but here we call it Japanese milk bread or Hokkaido milk bread. Now, this basic recipe is good for open top loaves or rolls, but today I'm going to use a Pullman loaf pan with a lid so that we get perfectly square slices of bread. Now, that is good for making sandwiches or for grilled cheese or my favorite, French toast. Now, today we're going to be using a stand mixer to knead the dough. You can also use a bread machine if you have one, like I used to do, but I don't recommend kneading it by hand. So let's get to this. For the starter, we have half a cup whole milk with half a cup water and a third cup bread flour. And for the dough, we have 3 2/3 cup bread flour, 1 tablespoon yeast, 1.5 teaspoons salt, a 1/4 cup sugar, 1/4 cup milk, 2 eggs, and a 1/4 cup butter cut into pieces and at room temperature. So let's whisk together the starter ingredients on medium-low heat until it thickens. So after the starter has cooled for about 10 minutes, you're going to take the dry ingredients and whisk them together in the mixing bowl. Then add in the other ingredients except for the butter. We're going to use a dough hook on low speed for 4 to 5 minutes and knead it together until it makes a nice ball. After that, you add in the butter, knead for another 3 to 4 minutes until it's fully incorporated. After you remove the bowl from the mixer, take a towel and cover it for about an hour and let it rise. Now let's take the dough and put it on a lightly floured surface, cut it into 4 pieces, and roll each of them into a ball. Now we're going to roll each of them into a long oval, fold the thirds in, and then roll it up like a jelly roll into a log and place them into the loaf pan. So that sounds difficult, but it's easier if you watch it. So once that's done, I'm going to put the lid back on and just leave a slight opening so I can look at it. And when it gets about 1/2 inch from the top, I'm going to put it into a 350-degree preheated oven. The bread was in the oven for 25 minutes with the lid on and another 20 with the lid off. After resting in the pan for 10 minutes, cool completely on a wire rack, about an hour. For the written version of this recipe and for variations, please visit the website alonetogetherbaking.com. It was a treat baking with you for the last 10 weeks. I'm going to spend some time experimenting with some new recipes so that we can continue our adventures baking alone together. If you'd like to see what I'm working on, be sure to follow me on Instagram or Facebook. I'm Sky, and please continue baking, sharing, and spreading joy.